reason that we're here today is that you are such a courageous supporter of our president, like coming forward and challenging the Electoral College when, like, I'm not hugely into politics, so I don't know, but I know that you were leading the charge on that, and so I want to thank you for that. But I also was just wondering, like, you know, what like gave you the sort of like spine of steel to do that? Because like so many other people didn't stand up. Like Mitch McConnell didn't do the right thing, but you did. Like, what led you to do that?
I've been the target of voter fraud and election theft. When I first ran for the legislature, Democrats outnumbered us 136 to 4. And I was the one trying to be the breach in their dam in North Alabama. And the Democrats, rigged 25% of the voting machines to register votes for everybody on the ballot except Mo Brooks. Rigged them. That's 11 out of 45 machines. In one location, which was in the heart of the Republican part of that legislative district, there were 5 such machines, the kind where you pull a lever and an X would appear. You pull the straight party lever at the very top, and it's supposed to be an X beside the names of all the Republicans. The X would appear everywhere except where my name was. And so at that particular voting location, if my memory serves me correctly, the South Parkway Fire Station, ultimately the poll workers there started making periodic announcements. If you want to vote for Mo Brooks, go sign your name on the wall. And so you lost your secret ballot right, but at least you could vote for me. Now, we still won despite that with 57%. But once you've been the target of Democrat voter fraud and election theft efforts, you know what it feels like, and I know what Donald Trump's going through right now. This has got to be an extremely emotional, stressful thing for him to know the massive voter fraud and election theft activity that occurred on the part of the Democrats up to and including November 3rd, for that matter, after November 3rd. And I can go into great detail. The media now, if the media publishes anything, they will say it's all unproven. That is absolutely a lie on the part of the media. But how you get it past the media where they actually look at the facts and the evidence is very, 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 very frustrating. Okay, now, I do want to add one other thing. When I talk about what the law is, please understand that I'm an attorney. I've had cases before the United States Supreme Court. I've had cases before the Alabama Supreme Court. I've litigated in probably close to half, maybe more, of the states of the United States of America. And I do my litigation, my research, my legal homework to make sure I know what the law is. And it's unfortunate but true, but it's as clear as black and white. Everything has to be resolved by January the 6th.
But is that how you knew to challenge the Electoral College?
Well, I did my homework. A lot of
right here on page 6 of the foreword. This is from the Congressional Record, and it talks about who's objecting. And members of Congress, the very first one in the Congressional Record, Mo Brooks, Alabama 5. So I thank you for standing up, because that was when they were challenging Arizona's votes, and Congressman Brooks was right there. Senator Cruz was there with Congressman Gosar. And the events that unfolded at the Capitol, I believe, that were instigated, perhaps ruined that day. That was only the January 6th had to occur. What in Congress, what had to occur was thwarted by all of that commotion. So
I guess I'm just saying there's a lot of lawyers in Congress, right? And you know, it's just. It boggles my mind that all of you saw that this was happening, and like you were a lone voice, like leading the charge, and it took a long time for people in the Senate to do something, and then they did, and then they didn't get it done. And so, like, I feel like Mitch McConnell's a traitor. Like he committed treason against this country.
Well, since you mentioned that, I have publicly committed that with my vote, I will vote to dethrone Mitch McConnell as the Senate Majority Leader. Okay? That's a public commitment that I have made, and I've signed something to that effect. This might surprise folks, but one of the first challenges we had was informing Congress that it was our job to resolve this matter, not the courts. And one of the most frustrating things about what was going on is you had something like 60 lawsuits going on all over the country. Well, it wasn't the court's job to determine who won. It's Congress's job to determine who won. And so it should surprise nobody that they're dismissing these lawsuits. That's not to say that the courts can't have a role. You may recall Bush v. Gore out of Florida in the year 2000. But even in that, the Supreme Court did not rule that George Bush won Florida. All the Supreme Court ruled is that the Chads have to be counted the same way in every part of the state of Florida under the Equal Protection Clause. It was Congress that ruled that George Bush carried the state of Florida, and they did it on January the 6th, that magic day again, of 2001.